not typically blown away by a lot of Brent's stuff, but his music does have a very smooth, melodic demeanor. And as of late, I like pie. Thank you. As of late, a lot of Tyler's music has been moving in that direction. You know, to the point where there were some fans who were a little disappointed in Igor not really being as edgy or as hardcore as some of his earlier stuff, and in some respects, not even really being a hip hop album, so on and so forth. Mwah. Thank you. But honestly, I enjoy hearing Tyler, find some new sounds and find some new ways to express himself, going in these more melodic and low-key directions. And Brent is certainly someone who I think, he can kind of like pull from in that space, in that vibe. Maybe they can play off of each other, bring the best out in each other on this new track over here. Interested to hear what DJ Dahi is going to do production-wise on this as well. Missionary Mike, appreciate it. I don't know. Let's just give it a try. I'm not going to know what it is until I hear it, and I've been waiting to listen to it until I was with you guys, so let's give it a try. Ba-bam! Okay. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by that. And previously, before I am not somebody who you could sell on a Brent Faiyaz track. I'm really not. Like, you guys have seen my previous stuff and my reviews and really the lack of coverage that I've given his stuff in the past. I've just been very neutral on the guy's music up until this point. But I thought that was enjoyable and actually pretty impressive. I'm going to say on the kickoff, vocal harmonies were great. I'm going to say that the guitar loops and the beats were really nice. I thought that the production had some quality texture on it as well. Those snares were dusty as hell, and the kicks had a nice short punch to them and were a little muddy too. They were almost like a bit of a lo-fi kick. And I also loved the subtly psychedelic effects and, just like little bits of sound kind of orbiting around the whole thing. It made it feel a little subversive, a little odd, a little freaky, a little left field. I mean, in a way, the production aesthetics felt akin to Igor. Jojo, thank you. It almost felt akin to Igor in a way, but I wouldn't say it's a track that, could have made it onto the record. It's kind of hitting a similar, like, subversive, warped, thank you, kind of vibe as well. The Tyler appearances were quality, but they were short. And Mood Ranch, thank you. And ultimately, I think that was for the betterment of the song. I liked that Tyler didn't overshadow the track. I know that his name is on here, and I know that a lot of people are listening to this track for sure because Tyler is connected to it. But he didn't overshadow. Tyler did not overshadow at all. I feel like he really, as a guest with a lot of name recognition, could have easily come on here and dominated the entire song for sure. But I feel like he really let Brent, have the space to do his thing. Didn't take up too much room. It was quick. It was a nice little extra bit of contrast against the sung portions of the song, which I think was necessary. Some kind of change needed to happen at some point. So, Tyler was that perfect little, transition point to bring us out of those vocal lines, bring us back afterwards, just to break up the structure a little bit. So I think in that respect, he really complimented the track in a tasteful way. As far as the flow and his rapping went, it still very much felt like, he was in a bit, like an Igor mode, honestly. I liked the tune a lot. Now I'll say, I think Brent went a little above and beyond on some of the vocal melodies. The singing is as soon as he was reaching into his upper register, felt a little more expressive and bolder than what I've heard from him in the past. Although I can't say, like, right now, personally, am I entirely sold on Brent Faiyaz as a vocalist? Right now, maybe no. Maybe no, like, did the vocal performance here blow me away? Not necessarily, but it was a good tune. It was a good song. It did have some, good refrains, solid hook, good structure. those guitar and drum loops were really hypnotic, and I loved the just kind of woozy, intoxicating, warped vibe of the whole thing. And again, I thought Tyler was placed very nicely. And, again, while I wasn't blown away by what, Brent has from a vocal standpoint technically, that's not necessarily like the end all be all. You know what I mean? Someone like Frank Ocean isn't the greatest vocalist in the world too, but the songwriting, the storytelling, and the production goes a long way, which I think it also does in the case of this track. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I would love to hear more songs kind of in this woozy left field, sort of dusty, weird ass direction. Very curious to see if, Brent ends up, striking gold with just getting more creative on the production and aesthetic end of things, which, I think could certainly be a direction. So Steve Lacy guitar, cool. It's cool if Steve Lacy is looped into this as well, because, from a production standpoint, he's certainly a creative force too. So, all right. I'm going to leave it at that. Those are my thoughts on this track. I thought it was pretty good. I know some of you guys in chat maybe hated it or whatever. Maybe I think you're underrating it a little bit. Maybe Brent in general, Kiersey, thank you. Maybe Brent in general may not be the artist for you, and if that's the case, that's the case. But for somebody who's been listening to his stuff here and there that he's been releasing and has been waiting for a moment where it's like, oh, boom, it clicks. For me, that was kind of a click moment. For me, that was definitely a moment where I think he definitely hit upon something, and I would love to hear him keep moving in this direction. I think this is an improvement. I think it's an improvement. Thank you very much for watching this New Music Friday stream clip over on TND Streams. To see future New Music Fridays, hit up our Twitch page at twitch.tv/theneedledrop. To see some past ones, hit up our Patreon page, linked near me or down below in the description. Also get some bonus monthly content in the process too over there. And yeah, see you guys in the next clip. Forever.